bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing.
Good morning from Malaysia, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the face of this very planet. It is my delight and pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to another hopefully exciting edition of Radio Biafra live transmission. I know that when Rex Lawson's song comes up, people begin to develop heart attack. Ndị ekwensu niile na ndị mmụọ ọjọọ, they begin to run away because the truth is coming, and with that truth they are beginning to run away from their natural habitation, which is the damnable zoological republic. We welcome each and every one of you, as it is customary here on Radio Biafra. You do not listen alone, you go and tell other people as well. Tell them we are live and direct. Tell them this at this very moment. More people around the world is listening to Radio Biafra than any other radio station on this very earth. That goes to demonstrate our reach, our spread, our formidability, our consistency, our indefatigability, of course, and wholesomely our determination to ensure that we restore Biafra in truth and every honesty. Therefore, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, especially those along this part of this very planet that we inhabit. We are in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, where the time is 5 minutes past 2 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. of the 25th. That means Friday, the 25th of September in the year of our Lord 2015 in Biafra land, and along that very axis, they are still in the 24th. We have gone into the 25th here, and we must do what is right before heaven and before this very earth. Earlier today, we had a very resounding encounter here in Malaysia. They did not disappoint. They have gone back to how they used to be. There was palpable enthusiasm, patriotism, and a willingness, plus the desire to make sure that Biafra is restored as quickly as possible. I saw a people working in unison with a sense of purpose and direction. I dare say it, that Malaysia is back to exactly how I used to know them before. They are back to their original best, and we ask them to continue along that very line, along that very axis, until Biafra is restored and even beyond. We are transmitting live and direct this very moment on all platforms known to man. We are on shortwave radio 15560 kilohertz on the 19-meter band. We are transmitting also on Radio Biafra app, that very app that if you have it, the Awosa man, the idiot born in Awosa land, Aboga Awosa, the governor of Imo State, will ask Alamajiri police, the zoo police, to go and arrest people and confiscate their devices. We are on that very platform on Radio Biafra app. We happen to also be live on satellite, and we have new satellites lined up everywhere. Every blessed day, we are making contingency plans to make sure we remain on top of our enemies, that we crush them with the truth, that they may never ever rise again. We are on satellite. We are also online. That means that we are also broadcasting on CHK 102.1 FM across Biafra land. We are also in the heart of darkness and dirtiest city in the whole world, in Lagos as well. We are bringing light where there is darkness. We are bringing some semblance of sanitation where previously there was a mountain of rubbish. I am talking about Lagos. It is a Yoruba-speaking city and the dirtiest place on the surface of the earth. Why people would wish to live there, I have no idea. I have no idea. We are on radiobiafra.co. We are on ipob.org, indigenous people of biafra.org, rblworld.tv. We are on tuning.com. We are on radioforest.net. We are on streamer.com. If you are lost, just go online, go to any search engine and type in Radio Biafra. As they say, the rest will quickly become history because you will be pointed to the exact place where you can listen to Radio Biafra. As always, because I am in Malaysia, I have those that stay with me morning, noon, and night. They have surrounded me once again, and we are here to proper sword upon the surface of this very earth that we inhabit. As soon as the barrister is able to join me, he will join me, and when he does so, I will bring the barrister to the rest of you. If you are listening on shortwave, please tell your friends also how you are receiving Radio Biafra on shortwave, that they too may be able to participate. Before we go any further, to those who are here with me to introduce themselves by giving us their names and where they come from, I mean their respective villages, not the townships where some of them may have been born. We must worship heaven. We must worship Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We don't worship anything made by man. We don't reverence anything made by hand. All we do is offer every praise to Chukwu Abiyama as he commanded us to. Chukwu Okike Primi, as you commanded us, so are we going to do. Therefore, we beckon upon you. We call upon your name by saying, Our Father who art in heaven, because that is your dwelling place. Mankind may not be able to countenance, to appreciate, to come to the realization, to the understanding of your depths and your magnificence. Your holiness abound throughout the surface of this very earth and the entire universe that only you made. You have no beginning and no end. That is why my ancestors will pray, because you have no beginning and you have no end. You are the author and finisher, the architect of our lives. Before we were born, you knew what would become of us. Therefore, we kneel before you. We bow before you. We offer every prayer to you. We petition you because you are merciful. We ask you this very morning from here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where we have successfully atoned for our sins, to ask you to please have mercy upon your children. Biko meranye ebere, onye nwem na Chineke mere umogi ebere. Because we are nothing, because we have been relegated to nothingness, because we have been rendered destitute and asunder, because instead of hope we now have hopelessness. We have no other person, no other entity to rely on. It is only you, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, Bonya Ije Hiwisi, Sosogi Bu Chineke. Only you can we adore and worship, because that is the right thing to do, because that is why we are created. On this very day, we ask you to bring down the abundance of your blessing and your love, your grace upon the lives of your children, wherever they may be residing, wherever they are domiciled, as long as they are listening to this very gospel. You will have mercy upon them. You will have mercy upon these, your children, because you did not create them to suffer. You did not create them to be subjugated under the rule of our Saful and Alama You did not make them to become slaves. You created them to be free beings, to serve you in truth and honesty, to bow before your throne, to give every adoration and adulation unto thee, because there is nothing we are here to do than to call down your mercy and your love, to ask you to remember the prayers of your son Yahweh Yeshua, that prayed and said, let thy kingdom come upon the face of the earth, that in the end, after all is said and done, that Biafra will come. And when it does, everything that we gave birth to, our children and their children and their children and their children, as long as there are Biafrans on the face of this very earth, they will honor you, they will praise you, they will say you are Chukwokika Biama, because that is the name that even the angels in heaven call you, as they circle around your throne and bow before you, as they offer you praise, which is the only thing that you ask for. So will Biafra come to exist in the lives of men as a manifestation of your goodness and the fulfillment of your own word. As to us who are mortals, we see it as the last miracle, as the very definitive testament to your glory, to your magnificence, and to your everlasting greatness, because of who you are. Chukwu Okike Abiama. We must honor you. We must praise you every blessed day of our lives. We must lift up our hands and our heads up to heaven to beckon upon your glory, because we are here to receive it by virtue of the fact that we are directly descended from your bosom. There is no way that those that drive cattle can preside over our affairs. It was not your intention, because if it were, you would have allowed them to overrun us. They did not overrun us. You preserved us, and as you did of the old by preserving your inheritance, we ask you in this 2015 to come down once again to preserve your inheritance, to allow our enemies to be covered in shame and humiliation, for us to trample upon them. You have given us victory over these people. You have given us victory over these vagabonds. You have given us victory over darkness, because we represent the light. And that is what is depicted on the tricolor of the rising sun. Because of who we are, we have come from the sun, and as a result of that, we must adore thee. Wherever we go to, we bring light to it. Wherever we go, we make sure there is life. Where we do not exist, there is no life there. That is why Biafra is your kingdom. That is why it must be restored on this very earth. That after all is said and done, after every machination of man, that every glory and honor and adoration and adulation and every praise and every prayer and every magnification of name, every uplifting of name will belong to you and to you alone, Chukwokika Biama, now and forever. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu from Isama Faruku Ibek. For those who do not know, I say that Buhari may know where I come from, in case he's wondering. I am the person that comes from the village where, if you call me, I say Bia, Onyafara, which means you're calling Biafra. That's the meaning of it. As simple as that. Come and join. That is what we represent. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet. I command that very proud army of Biafra on the ground. So also do I direct Radio Biafra. Therefore, by your grace and your grace alone, because you asked us to come, Chukwokika Biama, you determined that we should come. That is why anything we touch turns into gold. That is why we are exceptional at what we do. Absolutely exceptional, without any peer whatsoever. If you are stupid to stand in front of us, we will crush you with the truth and our relentlessness. That is something we possess. Abundant energy, I tell you. And wholesome determination to ensure that Biafra is called down to this very earth from heaven. I direct Radio Biafra, and I will serve you in truth and in every honesty all the days of my life. Because that is what I was born to do. To serve heaven. To serve Chukwukika Biama. Through service to the wonderful people of Biafra. Until Biafra comes and beyond. I have some very tired people here with me. They have not slept very well the same way that I have not slept very well for days. But I am glad we atoned in Malaysia, that we have come here to preach the gospel once again, to raise the spirits of our people here, to restore Malaysia to where it belongs. Preeminent. Preeminent. I must tell you. And they did not fail us. I can tell you that categorically. They did not disappoint. They delivered. As a matter of fact, I will go on to ask them to acknowledge you one after the other. All of you around the world gathered listening to Radio Biafra this precise moment, that Chukwukika Biama will be praised because he is the only one that we have. Please go ahead.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, listeners all over the world, friends and enemy of Biafra, wherever you are. It's time again for the gospel to be preached. We ask you to relax and enjoy. Even if you don't like Radio Biafra, I want you just to listen with a sound mind. There will be changes in your life. Once again, my name is Obilo Anthony, and we thank Chukwukika Biama for our director who had been with us for a few days and who lead us during the time of atonement, and how the Spirit of God, Spirit of Chukwukika Biama, used him to speak to us. And right now, as I'm talking to you, there are great change in our lives, in our community here, and in IPOB all over Malaysia. In other words, I want you to relax and enjoy the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. The next person, please.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, even the enemies of Biafrans. We welcome you once again in this morning.
Next person, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans, even our enemies. This is another great edition. First of all, my name is Nwogo Onyebuchi. I come from Amaji, Eberiomoma, in Rivers State, Iguacha. Pick up your pens and your book. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Good morning from Malaysia, great people of Biafra worldwide. Once again, we've come to prophesy, we've come to preach, we've come to pray. I believe everybody is ready for us to take that holiness and take that blessing from above. As our director has been here with us, and once again, that preaching is going to be released on air. My name is Valentine Nnamdi Onichamba from Nimo Ninjikoka local government. Stay tuned and listen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning. We are welcoming you all. We say stay tuned and listen.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. My names are Chidebere Kinsiri Ofoma. I come from Ifite, Ezin Ifite, Agwata local government, Biafra land. Stay tuned.
Thank you very much.
Good morning from here. My name is Igwe Anthony Ikechukwu. As I know quite well, when the Biafra comes, we are going to build a home that is going to be habitable to all of us. Let us resist ourselves from anything that has to do with zoo. Let us rebuke and deny everything that has to do with zoo. The zoo is not a place to be. It is a place where animals live. So my dear brothers, please stay tuned and listen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Good morning from Malaysia. My name is Awo Echetachu. I'm from Ivo local government, Ebonyi State, Biafra land. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Good morning, all Biafrans all over the world and all the enemies of Biafrans. My name is Ogudu Stephen Chede. I am from Umurumbe, Unuji local government, Enugu State, Biafra land. By the special grace of God, I am the coordinator of Puchong Zone. Please, all Biafrans all over the world, please stay tuned and listen to the gospel of Chukwu.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning from Malaysia. My name is Obasinachi Ejima Ife. The hour of truth have come once again. I would like you to on your apps, on your laptop, those are in radio, the hour have come. Director, I say welcome. I come from Udi, in Umabi Amaji, Enugu State. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends and lovers of good news. My names are Osorobi James Onyebuchi. To tell your neighbor, if you are in the zoo, wake up and listen to this good news. Connect to your friends. Connect to my friends also. Those of us who are around, who knows what the truth is all about. It's time when you listen to the good news, and the blessings of the good news will get to your life. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Good morning, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name's Ugochukwu Hilary Ezeja, and of course, as you always know, that Hilary is my slave name. I am from Umuchu in Anambra State, Agwata local government. You're welcome to today's edition. This is where we worship. This is where miracles, signs, and wonders, and of course, testimonies. It is right here with us. So enjoy the worship with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Do we have anybody else?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Uchechi Ezekwem. I come from Amoro Okigwe, Imo State, in Biafra land. My brother, my sister, IPOP all over the world, Biafrans, we are asking you to turn your radio right now, turn your app right now, turn any kind of device you are having right now to join us to live broadcast this hour to hear the gospel. And also our people down there in the Biafran land, we want to use this opportunity to tell you to remain resolute. No matter any trials you are going through from the zoo army, from Buhari, the dictator, the pedophile, don't that thing make you not to slack down. Don't slack back. Be with us. And the good gospel, we bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All of you who has been with me, kept me company, made sure that all our people here are heading towards the same direction. I am very, very grateful for all your service towards our very beautiful nation and country, Biafra. Once again, allow me to welcome all of you, and allow me to also ask you to welcome those who happen to be around you. This is Radio Biafra. We will proceed very speedily for the benefit of those who are listening on shortwave to present our news headlines accompanying the summary and be able to open our lines in time for them to be able to participate before the hour strikes 9 p.m. in Biafra land and they disengage. We must present our news headlines as we know how to. Niger Delta militants declare war against Buhari, shutting down oil refineries. This news broke earlier. Niger Delta militants declare war against Buhari, shut down oil refineries. About time, and we welcome this very development with open arms. We welcome it. because they must be taught a very serious lesson. Buhari is the chief sponsor of Boko Haram. He is a child rapist and pedophile, and as I said before, today's date here in Malaysia is the 25th. If you do not have a Twitter account, go and open one now. Go and open Twitter account now. Go and open it. If you don't know how to use it, go and use it. Ask those of them who are around you. Go to class to go and learn. I don't care how you learn it, but go and understand how to tweet. If you cannot tweet, all you need to do is to simply retweet what other people are tweeting. That makes life a lot more easier, please. For those who don't understand it, please make sure you go and open a Twitter account. Very, very important, because we want to disgrace Buhari in New York. We want to disgrace Buhari in New York, I said. Do you know how you can disgrace the pedophile in New York? Is by opening a Twitter account and doing as you are told. Something very simple. Is not going to cost you anything. It's just like opening an email account or a Facebook account or any other social media account like Instagram. Go and open it. Go and open 8, 9, 10. I don't care. Open them. We are going to use them to tweet the whole world to remind them that anybody shaking the hand of Buhari, you are shaking the hand that raped a 9-year-old girl. You are shaking the hand of a pedophile, a confirmed child rapist, and with the same hand he wrote check for Boko Haram that resulted in the death of thousands of people today. The man is a murderer. The man is a child rapist. That man is a pedophile. Above all, is an Alamajiri that owns cattle. He is no use to anybody with truth. That is why the world listens to Radio Biafra. Everybody listens to Radio Biafra, I tell you. They may pretend there is a piece of Hasiet's job that they did on us, and I love it. Even when they write something critical about us, I love it so much, and I'm going to read it for you. It's quite hilarious, if you ask me. The zoo have now spent, wait for it, 222 billion. This is the type of money I was mentioning in Taiwan, and the earthquake came. In Taipei. Because of the amount of money being stolen by these people. Will you be wondering what happened to 222 billion naira? That is the money that Buhari have just spent without National Assembly approval. In other words, he doesn't understand he's operating within democratic principles and tenets. No, he doesn't know that. He is Buhari, so he can do as he pleases. Buhari have just spent 222 billion without ministers, without a cabinet, as the sole administrator, as a dictator. He spent the money. Do you know the funniest thing? He broke the law in doing so. Buhari broke the law. But in a zoo where the law doesn't obtain, what are you going to do? They will adjourn the case, perhaps till the year 2020. Who knows? The zoo government have now spent, by which we mean the pedophile and child rapist Buhari. Buhari has spent 222 billion without any approval from the National Assembly. And because there is no peace in the zoo, that is why every year, in fact, I should say every week, they are calling for peace and unity. In their motto, in their coat of arms, it has peace, love, and unity. Or is it peace, unity, and progress? Heaven knows. That stands for nothing and means nothing. They are once again calling for lasting peace and security. They've been calling for lasting peace and security since the riots and the killing of 1963. Every year, peace and unity. Every day, peace and unity. Is there peace and unity? The answer is no. I don't know why they bother. People without shame, without brain, who cannot reason very well. No wonder they are regressing. No wonder they are falling back into the abyss. They are calling for peace and unity because they know there is no peace and unity. If there were peace and unity, nobody will be calling for it. Are they calling for peace and unity in Malaysia? Are they calling for peace and unity in Malaysia? Because they already have peace and unity. So there's no need calling for it. People won't sit down and ask themselves, why is it every year they call for every day, peace and unity, peace. Why is there absence of peace? A fellow pedophile, I should say. And believe it or not, since Buhari got into power, there are rising cases now of child abuse. They say it is soaring. Because Buhari said you can rape a 9-year-old girl. It's perfectly legal and legitimate. And Alamajiri is taking advantage of it and raping little children in Kaduna. Is here by an Awasa newspaper, Nigerian Pilot. In Kaduna, cases of child abuse are soaring. Why? Because a pedophile is in power. A child rapist is in power. That is why everybody is taking advantage of that very fact. And because a dictator is in power that abuses people using the police and the army, no wonder, because what goes around comes around, no wonder even in the dirtiest city in the whole world, they are dealing with filth and death. On top of it, police harassment and extortion. I have been asking repeatedly, what is the purpose of the zoo police? Why do they exist? Nobody bothers to tell us. What is the work of the zoo police? Is it to harass people? To kill people who are unarmed? Is it to extort money from people? For the Inspector General of Police, the Minister for Internal Affairs, and direct to whoever occupies Asorok. That is what they do. The money they take from you from checkpoint eventually finds its way to the pocket of whoever is the head of state of the zoo at whatever time it is in history. It will never ever change. People in Lagos are now complaining about police harassment. Everywhere else in the world, police are there to protect you. But because they are black people in this UG, everything is upside down. That is why the police are there extorting, intimidating, and killing people. That is their job. Not to protect lives and properties, but to kill people. That is the job of the zoo police. And to compound it, or should I say to add insult to injury, the zoo crude oil export that is already down is to fall by a further 10%. Nobody is buying crude oil from the zoo. Are people aware of this at all? I traveled to Japan. All the cars, even in Hong Kong, the cars and also Macau, they are basically electric. It's only in Malaysia I have not been driven in an electric car. Is that car electric? The white one? No, it's not. It's not electric. Nobody is buying petrol anymore around the world. America is self-sufficient. And they know that if you buy crude oil, it will end up arming Boko Haram. They no longer buy crude oil from the zoo. Therefore, even the dwindling market that they have is to fall a further 10%. And I welcome it. That is why all of you in diaspora must prepare. Those at home may not be able to support this very effort because money is no longer coming in. The diaspora must be prepared, as I said, from the word go. Some things that I say I don't do prediction. I tell you what is going to happen before it happens. When I said that diaspora will fund this very effort, I knew what I was saying. Look at it now. See how poor and impoverished people are because everybody depends on the sale of crude oil for vital foreign earnings or foreign exchange with which they now import every other garbage into that damnation put together by Lugard called Nigeria. That's the proper name actually. The oil is no longer selling. Arewa Consultative Forum, it is not Hausa Consult. This is one thing I have against Igbo. Anything I say with facts and with reason. You have Arewa Consultative Forum, not Hausa Consultative Forum, not Fulani, not Kanuri, not Nupe, not Gwari. All of them came together. They're answering Arewa. I'm saying this thing for Niger Delta people who stupidly all the time will wish to be referred to as Niger Delta. The height of stupidity and lack of intellect. That's the way I see it. Yoruba will never say the Ewes, the Egbas, the Jebus. They will say Oduduwa. It is only us Oh, I'm Igbo. Oh, I'm Niger Delta. Oh, I'm Benue Delta. I don't know why River Benue doesn't have Delta. Maybe some fools will say they're from Benue Delta. You can see that Hausa is only Arewa the answer, or the answer the North. And that's why they're ruling you today. Because there is cohesion. They are together. There is cohesion. I believe that with the election or the voting into power of Jonathan and the amount of votes that he garnered in the Southeast, any other shred of doubt that exists between us is now blown away. Completely blown away. And of course, the work that IPOB is doing all over the world, backed up by Radio Biafra. I don't know why they're still answering Niger Delta, or why they wish, perhaps it's Yoruba journalists trying to make some mischief. This one is Arewa Consultative Forum. They are calling on baboons and monkeys called Nigerians to abandon bitterness. But they were the people that brought bitterness in. It is that hypocrisy I cannot understand. The first people to reject one Nigeria is Hausa Fulani people. But when they write their useless news analysis, when they talk about Radio Biafra, they don't write it. Who started hatred? Why did Awolowo conspire to chase away Nnamdi Azikiwe from Ibadan? Is that not bitterness? Why is it that the Sadwana of Sokoto, Ahmadu Bello, why did he say, I will rather give a job to a white man from Europe than to give it to a so-called fellow Nigerian, an Igbo man? Who brought bitterness, I'm asking you? They don't listen because they are black monkeys. They are deaf and dumb. They don't reason very well. I'm asking Hausa Fulani, who brought bitterness and hatred into the zoo? You did. Who killed us in 1945? Hausa Fulani. All the way through to 1966 to 70, who killed other people is Hausa Fulani. You are the ones with bitterness and hatred. You raised Boko Haram because you wanted power by all means. You never ever wanted Jonathan to renew the oil contracts. You wanted it. Britain wanted you to be at the helm of affairs so that oil contracts can be renewed. Is that not correct? Is that not correct? My goodness me. Arewa is calling on baboons and monkeys, that is if you call yourself a nigger from the zoo, asking you to abandon bitterness. But Hausa, have you abandoned bitterness? Fulani, have you abandoned bitterness? Alamajiri, have you abandoned bitterness? The answer is no. Your British master is feeding you junk on Hausa service on BBC. Nobody is complaining. But if you're listening to Radio Biafra, hey, what are you listening to? They are knocking on doors in Biafra land. What are you listening to? Hausa Fulani without brain, useless people who cannot reason properly. Saraki and the emir of Ilorin, others are attacked by angry worshippers. The same thing that Fulani did to Hausa, Hausa have now done to Yoruba. Yorubas are even now attacking their own. That is how stupid they are. That was how Fulani defeated Hausa. Fulani got Hausa people to do their fighting for them. So Hausa defeated Hausa and Fulani just simply walked in and became the emirs and the shehus. People don't know that, do they? Fulani did not actually go to war with them. Fulani groomed Hausa to fight themselves. And then Fulani just walked in and became the emir. That is why every emir in the Mohammedan Emirates of the North is of Fulani extraction. They are of, and the funniest thing is that Hausa will be there looking sheepishly like idiots. And they will talk about Fulani hegemony. Nobody know. They destroyed Hausa to the sense that Hausa can no longer speak. Everywhere is Fulani. Sultan is Fulani. And Fulani extraction. There is no Hausa in it. That was the extent of their domination of Hausa people. Complete and total domination. The same thing they have done to Yoruba. That is why Yorubas will go to a mosque. These are the Yorubas that we are conquered by Hausa Fulani. That is why, to me, debating with Yoruba people is a waste of time because they are cowards. Can you believe that Yoruba people converted to Islam forcibly by Hausa Fulani people today are going and attacking Saraki, who is a Yoruba man? Olushola Saraki. Yoruba man. They are attacking him because an Hausa man said so. because Hausa Fulani Alamajiri is in power. That is what they do to you. That is what they do to the brains of people in the Zoological Republic. What is the problem with the zoo? Is Hausa Fulani. What is the problem with Hausa Fulani? Because they are poor. They are the highest looters, mind you. Where is Hausa Fulani? But the question is, why are they not doing very well? They say it is because of their Alamajiri system. When I tell people about the dangers of Alamajiri, they say I'm preaching hate. But now, thankfully, they are also listening to Radio Biafra. They have come to the realization after months of castigation of Radio Biafra to the inescapable fact that Alamajiri system is the cause of their problem. I wish them well in finding a solution to it in an Arewa land or in a zoo at some future date. Idel Kabir, or I don't know what they call it, NSCIA, whatever that means, the Supreme Council on Islamic Affairs, calls for peaceful coexistence among Nigerians. I don't know why the Supreme Council is calling for, they are the ones sponsoring Boko Haram, killing people. They are the ones calling for peace. This is something that drives me mad. They are the ones perpetrating corruption and fraud. They are the ones looting the treasury. They are the ones asking for people to be probed. I don't, for the life of me, understand it. I just don't. People calling for peace is the Nigeria Supreme Council on Islamic Affairs, when they are the ones supporting Boko Haram so that Buhari can win election? No. They now know that people are willing to go. If you check them now, everybody, they realize now that we are ready to go. It's only a question of time. They know we are going. A few of you answering Igbo names with Hausa blood in you, you may try all you can, but in the end, you will lose. Because eventually we win. That's what we do. We always win. Call for peaceful coexistence among baboons and monkeys, according to the Islamic Caliphate of the Zoological Republic. Boko Haram plans to attack Lagos ports. The sooner they attack them, the better for everybody. Don't plan, just go and do it. Uncertainty trails bailout fund in Imo. Who is in Imo is an Hausa man. Rochas Okorocha Aboga Hausa, of course. Born in Jos, of an Hausa father, but an Igbo mother. Brought back because the place he comes from, the man did not have any other son. The woman brought these bastards back from Plateau. And how the bastard made it to become a governor in Biafra land, I have no idea. But he did. Ukura Hausa. Uncertainty trails the bailout fund given to him. He has blown it. He has blown the money. We must continue. They said he's a billionaire. Oh, he has foundation. He's a and I keep telling them, I have never seen a rich Igbo man or Igbo speaking Biafran before. They say, oh, they are very rich. I say, no, they are not. If I used to hear the same rubbish about P2B, a major shareholder in oil company, Orient Oil. But I thought they said he was a rich man before he came into power. So what is he doing with Orient Oil in Aguleri? But our people are daft anyway, and very stupid indeed. Act of insurgency is un-Islamic. Then I ask you, why are you funding it? Why? Look at the people I'm supposed to be in the same country with. Look at what this bedsheet they tie on the head. Looking more like Tuaregs in the desert than people from the rainforest. But Lugard put everybody together. Something that is satanic in its doing. But the British, they are the creators, isn't it? Most black people concede that white people are their creators. And they are living the life of subservient animals. Till tomorrow morning. Hausa Fulani is in that bracket. Why we can't pay salaries before Salah in Nasarawa State, according to the governor of that very place. And what is new? Do you normally pay salaries? The answer is no. You do not pay salaries, do you? No, you don't. You don't pay salary. At all, at all, at all. The zoo currency, the naira, once again depreciates against the dollar. Why? Because apart from crude oil and gas, they don't manufacture anything that anybody elsewhere wants to buy. Those who are capable of manufacturing, we Biafrans, they will not give us loans. There will be no support for the industry. Awusa Fulani wants to dumb down the economy that everybody's an alamajiri, so that they can drive cattle into your farm and you will be economically powerless to do anything about it. The zoo currency depreciates against the dollar. Very soon it will depreciate below toilet roll. But that will not be too surprising at all, at all, at all. Somebody has written down with Radio Biafra. I don't know, they said he's staying in Iguacha. Chigaji Eke is a Yoruba man pretending they're in Iguacha. I know how they operate. In fact, they have not attacked us as viciously as I had expected. But they're doing the best they can. By also getting our name wrong, deliberately, of course, but who gives a toss? We don't give a damn. They are writing here that Radio Biafra said that Yorubas, we are traitors not to be trusted. Is that not true? Is there anything we say? If there is anything we are saying that is not true, please come out and say it. He said that Wole Soyinka supported Biafra. The way I castigate Wole Soyinka, I said, because you have not been reading Wole Soyinka's interviews very well. As the chairman of the Federal Road Safety Commission and put the money in his bank account to accrue interest, true or false. You know, when we nail people, we nail them. No resurrection for you. Buhari will not have anything to do with Christian Association of the Zoo under Orise Jofo. These are the criminal cabals using New Testament to deceive people who are gullible. People who are foolish. They deceive them. Come and take your miracle, but Orise Jofo's miracle is in a private jet. Baboons and monkeys everywhere. In 2 days' time, you will go to church and give them money, and you want to go to heaven. People are exceptionally daft indeed. Niger Delta militants declare war against Buhari, shutting down oil refineries. The news in greater detail. The Niger Delta militants, as they call them, have declared to make Buhari's tenure ungovernable as he refused to meet their simple demands. In a shocking video released by the group, they have shut down 2 of the zoo's major oil-producing refineries and have threatened to take violence to the north. They posted the video online a few hours ago. My goodness me. Very, very good, isn't it? Very, very good. This has been long in coming, and I welcome it wholeheartedly. I do. I welcome it wholeheartedly, I tell you. The permanent secretary in the Federal Ministry of Finance, Mrs. Anastasia Daniel Warbia, yesterday revealed that Buhari, the pedophile and terrorist, had spent, unauthorized of course, 222 billion to cushion the effect of fuel scarcity without the approval of the National Assembly. Now, this is where I get confused. Your primary source of income is crude oil export. If you refine crude oil, you get petrol. What is cushioning the impact of fuel scarcity? I don't understand. You mean you are paying extra subsidy upon the 2 billion a day subsidy that they are receiving already? I want the world to understand how financially reckless these baboons and monkeys are. Why an Awusa Fulani person can never in the next 1 billion years be a good economist. They are spending money on something they refine. They claim they refine. Remember when they said, by September, the capacity of refining in Kaduna will reach 100%. Then where is the petrol you're refining then? Why are you still importing petrol? Because people are daft, because they are black. I'm sorry to say. They are from Africa. They cannot reason properly. People are so daft, it's untrue. Is anybody going to try him? The answer is no, because he is Buhari. He is a terrorist. He's Alamajiri. Nobody can question him. Nobody whatsoever can question him. Only the British that he serves. Daniel Nwabia disclosed this in her presentation before the House. But they said in her Daniel Nwabia is the surname, because I was beginning to get a bit slightly concerned. Why is a woman answering Daniel? Anastasia Daniel Nwabia is the husband's name, I believe, because she's the Mrs. Yes. She disclosed in her presentation before the House of Reps ad hoc committee probing the non-implementation of capital projects contained in the 2015 budget. She pointed out that the federal government of the zoo, in one of its fiscal items, made the extra budgetary spending under the emergency intervention fuel subsidy crisis to end the 8-month-long fuel scarcity. What caused the scarcity? Yoruba and Hausa criminals, including Babangida, believe it or not. Of all the money that man has stolen, they still pay them fuel subsidy. Otedola and to Obasanjo, they pay them fuel subsidy. So what they are saying is that this was a man that said, I don't believe in fuel subsidy. But do you know that he went behind everybody's back and paid 222 billion to our Safol and Yoruba criminals? The zoo is run like a cartel. The mafiosi at Medellin in Sicily are a lot better than these vagabonds. These are primitive black monkeys in Africa without brain. Squandered 222 billion over nothing. Absolutely nothing. Paying for fuel subsidy. So, what is the Port Harcourt refinery? Or should I say Iguacha Port Harcourt to some of you? If I say Iguacha refinery, you won't understand it. What is Port Harcourt refinery doing? There is one at One, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it Eleme? There is one in Warri and in Kaduna. Why can you not refine petrol in all these 4 refineries? The world should ask the black baboons in Africa. When you built it, it was called a refinery, in case you've forgotten. To refine crude oil, to kerosene, to petrol, to engine oil, diesel, all the rest of it. Why are you not refining petrol in those places? Why are you paying a staggering 222 billion to few? They're not up to 20. Every month they receive the money, 2 billion. Every month, 2 billion every month. And because the naira is worthless, you see, CBN is running around trying to cushion the impact of the effect of dollar on the zoo currency. But when you pay Babangida and his friends 2 billion every month, people don't know this, but we are telling you on Radio Biafra that Babangida gets oil subsidy. Believe it or not, even Obasanjo gets as well. When you pay them 2 billion a month, they need to move the money abroad for their children, for the upkeep of their great-grandchildren. Because they are kleptomaniacs. They are criminals by nature. When they are moving